wanted to say a quick hello to everyone. My name is Ken King. I'm the Salem District Engineer with VDOT, and as you know, this project lands real close to what is the VDOT district boundaries between the Salem District and the Stanton District. And pleased to see all of you here. We had a public hearing on December the 8th down at Eagle Rock Elementary, and one of the things I'll note, Bill Wilson had shared the desire to have another public meeting, an information meeting up here on this end of the corridor that might be a little bit more convenient and draw out some folks that are on the northern part of this very important corridor. So I want to welcome all of you here. I want to introduce our project engineer that's running the project here in a minute, but I know Mr. Wilson, I'll give you, if you wanted to make a comment here to the group and his encouragement to try to have this meeting. So I'll let Mr. Wilson say a word.
Well, first of all, I want to welcome Ken, you and your group here today, and this is pretty much what went on in Eagle Rock a few weeks ago. But one of the practical problems that Mr. King mentioned is that the line between the Salem Transportation District and the Stanton Transportation District runs through Iron Gate. As a practical matter, that makes it difficult for people in the Allegheny Highlands to go across that line into Botetourt for public hearings or go to Roanoke for the transportation planning meeting. So Mr. King and I talked about that, and it's a real practical problem. So we decided to bring the mountain to Mohammed. So we hope that this is going to be not a frequent thing, but every so often we hope Mr. King will come over, certainly with the governing bodies and the Chamber of Commerce and the economic development people, and talk to us about what's going on. Some of you were there. I know there were representatives of the city of Covington there. We met with Governor McGaughy, the Secretary of Transportation, Audrey Lane, was there. The Commissioner of VDOT was there. Cree Deeds was there. Terry Austin was there. We had, it was a very representative group around this table in Richmond in a snowstorm. You may remember seeing something about it, but it was a bad storm. But that's where we put our arms around this project. And the governor, I remember after we explained it and we talked about it, he said, look, I got it. I've got it. We're going to do it. So Mr. King is going to do it. So if you walk around this room, if you haven't done so, look at the plans and comment on them, ask questions about it, try to bring yourself up to speed as to what's going on. My vision, someday, if the money's available, we're going to make that a 4-lane divided highway. But for now, I'm so delighted at what's going up on these plans that I can't tell you. It's going to be a super 2-lane highway. It's going to be so much safer than what we have. We've all heard about the accidents, recently some deaths on that highway. And to have that highway safer is just wonderful. And for West Rock, which is the heartbeat of this economic community, to have a safer highway for their commercial vehicles, tractor trailers and so forth is a wonderful thing. So welcome to the Allegheny Highlands. Glad to see you. Tell us what you will, show us what you will. We're glad to have you.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. Let me introduce two folks, and actually Dan Collins, I think he may have taken his call. Susan, see if Dan I can see him right on the other side of the door. He may be on the phone, but see if he can't. I want to introduce our two resident administrators. Draw your attention. Susan Hammond is a resident administrator here on the Stanton District side of the line. Dan Collins is over on the Salem District side of the line. We are one VDOT, and so while there is some district boundaries that we organize our projects around, we are one VDOT and we serve the Commonwealth and all of its citizens across the Commonwealth. So we don't want the boundary between districts to be a visible thing to you. That should be an internal item for us. And so I'm delighted to be here to be a part of this. You're going to hear more about what this 2-lane improvement is all about. Our project engineer and manager over this project, Craig Moore, I'm going to hand it off to him, and he will take you through sort of step by step what the improvements are to this corridor and how the chosen elements of the project really speak to the core needs of the operations and safety that we've experienced along the corridor through the years.